fly a million miles away somewhere, just me and you. Can we go MIA somewhere far from this bullshit? Let's fly a million miles away somewhere, just me and you. I don't care where we go, as long as it's so far, so far, so far from here. It's about time I took a little trip.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, back with another episode of Get It Together with Big Maul, starring me, your host, Big Maul, Jamal, Molly B, Jay, whatever it is that you call me. I'm back with another episode. Hopefully you guys had a great week and you had an amazing weekend. And like I always say, I hope you did all of the things that you were supposed to do to just continue to not only inspire others, but inspire yourself and be proud of yourself and pat yourself on the back. Drinking your water, eating your fruits and your veggies, and moving your body, praying, and just doing a thing, man. Just doing a thing. I had a great week. I had an amazing weekend as well. Just continuing to push my body to the limits that I know that I can push it to without like just driving myself crazy and hurting myself, obviously. And really been in my journal, really been diving into my journal. I had a very fun, especially towards the end of the week, I had a very fun end of the week. I went to a midget wrestling event. I think they were called like little wrestling. It was something, I forget the proper name of it, but it was very different. I'm a huge wrestling fan. I have been a huge wrestling fan my entire life. I don't even remember what drew me into wrestling. I have no idea. I cannot remember, but I just know that I have loved wrestling, right? Me and Michaela, we went to this the wrestling event, and it was fun. It was a vibe. I saw one of my good friends from middle school, from elementary school, George Rowe. I saw him, and man, it was crazy because me and him were not only just two peas in a pod back in the day, but also we talked about wrestling nonstop every day. Who our favorite wrestlers were, who we wanted to be when we grew up wrestling wise, just everything. And we would even watch it together. So it was so ironic because once you become an adult, you have kids and you have your own lives. Sometimes you don't run into people all the time and you don't see them and talk to them all the time. But when we linked up, it wasn't planned or anything, but we linked up at the event and we saw each other, and it was like we had just seen each other the day before. Like we've been talking every day since we met in middle school. Like that's how it felt, and that's how it should feel. But that was great. The event was amazing. The performers, shouts out to them, man, because even though wrestling is scripted and the winner already knows that they're going to win before they even go out there and all of that stuff, still you have to put your body on the line. You have to take hits and bumps and fall and do all of these different things, and you have to be entertaining. You can't be too cool and be mundane. You have to have high energy. You have to have personality, and you have to be willing to put your body on the line, willing to jump from the top rope and take hits and be strong and do certain things. So shouts out to them, for real, just out there for our entertainment. It was fun, it was funny, and it won't be my last time. Next time that event comes up, or if I'm somewhere and they're having it, I'll pop up. I'll show up. It was nice. It was lit. It was cool. And then Sunday, just Sunday church. Well, man, Sunday school was amazing, and then church was good. And after church, just me, Michaela, my daughter, we went to. We started to go to one specific place, and the traffic was bad. So then we rerouted and went somewhere else, and just had a nice little day. Got some ice cream and stuff like that, and just enjoyed the weather, enjoyed the vibes and things like that. And I feel like that's what it's all about. especially when the weather is nice. I tell people all the time, if you know me, you know if the weather is nice, I'm not in the house. If I'm not going somewhere, so to speak, I'm at least outside. I'm just chilling on my porch or whatever the case is. I was just chilling on the step, just enjoying the weather, enjoying the clouds, enjoying the sun, enjoying the breeze or the warmth or whatever. Just being outside, fresh air, breathing in that fresh air, listening to the birds, even listening to traffic sometimes. So that was my weekend in church. I ended up getting a certificate of a welcoming membership to my church. And some people may be like, "Well, you were a member of that church. You've been a member of that church since you were a kid or whatever." But it's like it's not about um my how long I've been a member, because as I stated before, I did lose my way and I stopped going to church for a number of years. I want to say I stopped going to church way back in 2000, like 17, 18. So I was out for like 8, 9 years not going to church, not going consistently. I would probably go whenever there was like a church anniversary, or my mom would invite me for Mother's Day, or if it was watch night, which is New Year's Eve. So like those were the only times I would go, just once or twice out of the year. And that was completely, absolutely out of the norm for me. I would be going to church, every Sunday, going to Sunday school and serving in the church and doing different things like that. So that was my welcoming back to the church. Completely unexpected. But I feel like with that, having that moment, it really serves as confirmation and the reassurance that God is with me. He's working in me, and I'm on the right path. And that in itself just feels amazing. Not even the recognition, not the certificate, not any of that. That's great that came along with it, but just the feeling and the welcoming of home and people clapping for me, and just people not necessarily knowing my journey and knowing the seasons that you're in, but it's just them saluting you and applauding you and being happy for you, and approving of seeing God working. So like that's just an amazing feeling. And I'm so glad that my daughter, especially with her being so young, being 10 years old, seeing her father go through that. I want her to know that she can just do anything that she wants to do, obviously. But when it comes to church and when it comes to following Christ, I want her to know that, hey, you may, God forbid, but you can waver, you can lose your footing, but you can find your way back, and you won't be judged for it. You won't be chastised for it. You won't be frowned upon. People won't talk about you. You come back, and all that matters is God accepting you back, and welcoming you back home. So that was amazing, man. That was amazing. Um, I want to talk about something that I've already talked about, probably a year or two ago now, but not even a year ago, maybe like 3 years ago. I talked about this. Fake friends. Fake friends. We can all relate because we have all had fake friends. We may have a friend right now that we feel like is fake. With me just saying those two words, fake friends, someone that you're currently dealing with may have just popped up in your head. You may have just said their name, he or she. And I wanna touch on fake friends real quick. Like the pastor always say, I'm not gonna hold you too long. But no, I want to talk about fake friends because people are fake. My mom told me you're going to realize who your friends are one day. Not everybody that's with you now will be with you in the long run. Some people are going to drop off, or you're gonna have to drop them off. Some people, I should say this: some people will jump out of that car while it's moving. Some people, you're gonna have to kick them out of the car. When I tell you that I know exactly how that feels, I know exactly how it feels. I've dealt with people that have left me hanging out of nowhere for no reason. And I've had people in my life where I had to say, hey, you gotta go. You gotta go. I'm not, this is silly. I'm not dealing with this. I'm the type of person that if you are my friend, I am going to push you. I'm going to support you. I'm going to motivate you and inspire you. I'm going to be there to listen when you need time to vent. I'm going to be there when you need the advice. I'm going to be there when you need prayer. I'm going to be there in the times where you feel like you failed and you're depressed and you don't feel like you amount to anything. And I'm going to be there to rejoice in your happiness and rejoice in your achievements and your success. I'm going to clap for you. But please know I'm going to hold you accountable. I'm going to tell you when you're wrong. Please know that. People these days, they just want to hear one thing: you doing a good job. Oh, man, bro, man, you right 100% all the time, man. You never wrong. You wasn't wrong for what you did. You never are wrong. Oh, girl, don't even worry about that because you're perfect. Ain't nothing you said was wrong. Ain't nothing you did was wrong. Y'all need to stop condoning foolishness, okay? Condoning foolishness. And people think that condoning foolishness is only happening whenever you're literally telling somebody a lie. Like, yeah, you was right for doing what you did. Nah. Even if you don't say anything, when you don't tell a person that they're wrong, and you know that they're wrong, and if you don't say anything, hey, you're condoning that. That's what you want around you? And if you have somebody that you say, well, they don't like being held accountable, well, you need to get from around them. Because that person is never going to grow. How can you expect to grow in life if you don't want anybody around you to tell you that you're wrong, and you don't want anybody to force you to look in the mirror and say you got to do better? That person is not going to grow. And if you keep that person around you, you're going to end up not growing. You're going to stay stagnant. You're going to see a little progress in your life, but you won't fully reach it because you're allowing this person to stay and stick around you. Perhaps like for me, for instance, I love to work out 5 days a week. I'm not saying that everybody in my circle has to work out 5 days a week and get up at a certain time and do all of these different things. Would it be cool? I mean, yeah, sure, but I'm not that's not the type of quote unquote program that I'm running. No. If I have a goal that I'm working towards, and that's just being healthy and staying healthy, then you should definitely be doing the same because I want all my friends to be healthy, obviously. But like I said, you don't got to go hard like I do, but you need to be moving your body. If you're out here in the streets on drugs or selling drugs or doing whatever it is that you're doing, I can't be around you. Why? Why would I want to be around somebody that constantly has to look over their shoulder, putting themselves in danger? Why would I want to be friends with the person that's always complaining, but never identifying that the root of the problem is them and they have to start there first? Maybe it's your work ethic. Maybe it's your mindset. You're not displaying the effort that you should be on this job site. You are not being consistent in reading the Bible and going to church. You're not practicing treating people the way that you want to be treated. So you're continuing to lose good people. Like, why would I want to be around these people? And let's not even go and talk about the people that play both sides. They over here telling you that they got your back, and then they go over here and telling that person that they have their back, but you and that other person, y'all not seeing eye to eye, y'all beefing. You over here hyping me up, and then you over there hyping that person up. So you're trying to stay neutral so you can benefit off of both. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But if that person over there is wrong, you better be telling them that they're wrong. Don't be sitting there saying you got my back, and then you go over there and say, nah, Jamal, man, don't rock with him. But then you come back and tell me what that person said. You ain't telling me what you said, though. You playing both sides. Nah, I don't do that. And that's not the type of person that I want around me at any given time. I'm not the type of person to portray as I'm this perfect human being. Like I got it all figured out and that I'm never going to disappoint somebody and do everything right. Like, no. I'm going to mess up. I'm going to say the wrong thing. I'm going to do the wrong thing. But I am so aware of how I speak to people and the tone that I use. I'm so aware of keeping the proper energy around me that is positive and uplifting when it comes to communicating with a person, especially when something personal is going on in my life. I'm not carrying that baggage with me when I go to work or when I go to the gym. You know what? Never mind. I take it with me when I go to the gym. I do, because that's fuel for the workout. But it's not consuming me, eating away at me. It's the point where I feel like I'm gonna crash out and I'm gonna hit somebody. No. I'm not going to take that baggage and put it on anybody else and ruin their day. Or maybe they already got something going on. I'm not doing that day. So you got people around you that, woe is me, they're never happy for you. You just started dating this person, and then your friend is they're not happy for you. They just like, well, if that's what you want. Instead of them being happy for you, instead of them rejoicing for you, they're not doing that. If you just got that brand new 2026 vehicle, you've been working your butt off. You've been putting money away for the last 2 years. You know how hard that is? When you got people around you that's going on trips, people around you that's doing this, people around you that's doing that, and you're steady stacking your money the last 2 years because you knew what car you wanted. You knew it, but you knew the discipline that it took. You knew the hard work that it took. You worked your behind off, you prayed, you saved, and you got that car. Your friend tell you must be nice. That ain't like they not happy for you. They say must be nice. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to see what came into fruition, that God saw that I was able to get this because he instilled in me the dedication and the hard work and the consistency. He aligned my priorities and my mindset to this goal so that I can get this car. So yeah, it must be nice to see the way that I had faith the size of a mustard seed. I was working and I talked to God. I put some faith in there and then boom. Now look what happened. It didn't happen overnight. So yeah, it must be nice. Meanwhile, they're not happy for you. They've been wanting you to stay at the level that they're at, whatever level that is. If my friend just started a brand new job and they're making 6 figures, I'm not gonna say must be nice. Oh, you big balling now. Oh, must be nice to be able to get this house and get this car. No. I'm gonna say, dang it, you worked hard. You was in school and you studied. You studied for it. And you worked tirelessly. You worked at that 9 to 5 job and going to school at night or vice versa. And you did that. I watched you do that for 3-4 years. Now look at you. You got something in the career, something that you love to do. You were able to take vacations more frequently. You were able to pay your tithes without worrying, without ceasing. You were able to do everything. You're wealthy now. You are no longer having to worry where that next meal is going to come from. You work towards that. I'm happy for you. I'm so glad that I can be able to witness this. because this is big for you, and it makes me happy to see that you are finally reaping all of the benefits of the hard work that you put in and the sacrifices that you made. I don't understand how people can smile in someone else's face and then and when that person turns around, they pull that knife out. Or even if they don't pull that knife out, as soon as you turn around after they were smiling, as soon as you turn around, they mugging you, they sizing you up, jealous of everything that you got. Fakeness. They don't possess the skills that you have and the qualities that you have because they don't put in the work, and they're hoping that you don't realize your potential so that you guys can stay at the same level and complain together. That ain't right. If I'm doing good, you should be doing good, and vice versa. If I got a friend or whoever near me in my circle just doing amazing things and working too hard towards their goals, I'm gonna be doing the same thing. I'm not gonna be that friend that's slacking. I'm not gonna be that friend that you gotta always worry about if I'm doing the right thing. I'm not gonna be that friend that you worry that's I hope that Jamal gonna be successful. I really do. I hope so. I don't know. No, I'm not gonna be that friend. I'm gonna be that friend you bring your A game to your life, I'm bringing my A game to my life. Absolutely. That's what I'm doing. That's the type of friend I am. That's the type of person I am. I'm not gonna be hanging around anybody and not bringing my best. And I don't want anybody around me not bringing their best. I don't want nobody around me that's lazy. I don't want nobody around me that's always talking about people. Let's talk about how we're going to come up with this business plan together. Let's talk about how we're going to better our minds. Let's talk about what we read, what I read this morning in my scriptures and what you read in your scriptures, and let's talk about it. Let's elaborate on it. Let's talk about how we're going to become better men or better people. Let's talk about that. I don't want to talk about the fight that I saw on Facebook Live or you saw on Facebook Live. I don't care about that. I saw that they were fighting on there and kept scrolling. Let's talk about a new book that's coming out or that you read or that I read and that we're recommending. Let's talk about how I appreciate you for holding me accountable for my actions. Let's talk about how I appreciate you for never stabbing me in the back. Let's talk about how I appreciate you for just being you. Let's talk about it. There's so many fakeness going on in the world, and it's to the point where sometimes you feel like you can't trust nobody but the faithful few. And that's where I'm at in my life now, like where I trust very, very few, but I hold them near and dear to my heart. I do. And I'm glad that I'm going through certain experiences so that I can teach my daughter. And what better example than me, than a child parent to, especially when it comes to things like having the right people around you and realizing when it's time to cut people off. Like, experience is the best teacher, and I'm glad that there's so many things that I'm going through. And even when I do teach her, it's not like it's going to go perfect and she's not going to experience this, but at least she knows how to navigate herself through it. I want her to understand and pick up on signs of people being jealous and not truly happy for you, and people not reciprocating energy, and people not supporting you. I want her to be able to pick up on certain cues and things and behaviors of people. And I want her to know that, yeah, it's normal. People are lame like that, but you don't have to stick around. Matter of fact, kick them out. Kick them out of the car and you keep it moving. You keep on going. I want her to know that. I want her to know how to do that and not seek revenge. That's hard sometimes. But I want her to know. And I want you to know. Just understand, man. Fake friends, they out there. Fake people, they out there. You just gotta know how to deal with them. Cut them off. Let them go. If you my friend, nobody else should be talking about me to you. The first time should be the last time. It shouldn't be an everyday thing. Well, such and such said that you this, or such and such said that they don't like the way you. Hey, why they feel so comfortable talking to you about me? Okay, exactly. Watch out for them fake friends. They ain't really happy for you. They're not happy with themselves, and they see you happy. They don't want you to be happy. You gotta understand it. You gotta read things for what they truly are. Take away history. Take away things that you've been through together, and really look at the landscape of what it is now and what's going on. And are we headed in the same direction? Are we moving up, or are we the way you going and the way I'm going are just two totally different pathways and two roads, and one is leading in destruction. That's the one that you on, and the one that I'm on is leading on the path of righteousness. Come on, because only God's gonna lead you down the path of righteousness. Righteousness. All right. So yes, fake friends. Be able to identify them fake friends. Man, I kind of went over, but I love y'all. I love y'all so much. I try to keep these episodes short and sweet. But I went like 5-6 minutes over, but it's all good. Hopefully you stayed this long. I do love you. I love you so much. God loves you more. Check me out everywhere. Jamal Butler, JEMAHLBUTLER. Check me out. Holla at me. Enjoy the content. More to come. Check out my Substack for articles and poems and things of that nature. And yeah, man, go out and have a great week. Don't let it be mundane. Don't let it be mundane. Identify those fake friends this week. Like I said at the beginning, you probably already got some in mind or got one in mind as soon as I told you the topic that I was talking about today. So address that situation. Sound like somebody aunt, somebody uncle. Address that situation. Okay? I know you're tired of wondering. I know you're tired of feeling the way you're feeling, so address that. You might need to kick them out of the car. Hey, oh well. They shouldn't be moving the way that they're moving. Okay? But I love y'all so much. And yeah, man. Eat your fruits, eat your veggies, drink your water, work out, move your body. And I will catch you guys on my next episode. Peace.